I'm sorry, I gotta call this out, man. What happened to all these brothers in the Arrowverse? Wally West introduced this character in like season 3, season 4. Was going the right direction with his character, but as soon as he got his powers, it went downhill. Why? Because he is completely useless. But okay, I think it's season 6, right? He got introduced. He came back. They made him look good. Okay, I'm impressed. But around like the end of the episode, he gets yumptured again. And they put him on Legend of Tomorrow, but it seems like they can't do anything good for Wally West. Like, he barely shows up in The Flash. He spent like one season in Legend of Tomorrow, and they didn't do him justice. It's like they don't know what to do with Wally West's character. And then he was dating Jesse Quick, and they broke him up with his girl. So basically, they asexualized the guy, and then they marginalized him, just like Firestorm. They went a good direction with him in season 1. Firestorm was at his best in season 1 of Legend of Tomorrow, and then season 2, it seems like his character went down. It took a dive down. And I noticed that Amara's character took a dive up at the expense of Firestorm. His character went down. He started getting marginalized in the show. Asexualized and having least importance in the show. It's like he was just there just to be there. So basically, he got Sam Jones the third in Legends of Tomorrow, or Pete Rouse. Just like Wally West, he got Sam Jones and Pete Rouse. They ended up writing him off the show, and that's probably the best thing that happened to him, because they really wasn't doing anything with his character. He was just there just to be there for the sake of diversity, and that's not really diversity. Because I've noticed that Ray Palmer and most likely Nora, they're about to leave the show. So that's an opportunity for like 2 more new characters. Hopefully they can get a brother on there. A heterosexual brother with a legitimate quality character. Hopefully. Because the way they've been writing these brothers, man, it don't make any sense. I mean, I like John, but like, damn, it's like he's the freaking butler. Magical Negro to Alpha Queen. And then they screwed over Mr. Terrific. In the comic books, he's supposed to be a heterosexual, intelligent brother. And skill set on par with Batman. He's supposed to be like the 3rd smartest, but like he's barely able to hold a candle to Felicity. I mean, he's pretty much Black Panther in the DC universe. From what I'm getting. This is what other people are saying. They screwed that up. And he really wasn't even that impactful in the story. In the Green Arrowverse. And I don't think that Supergirl is part of the Arrowverse. They had their own universe, but damn. Martian Manhunter, more like Martian Nerf. They nerfed the crap out of him. He can barely hold his own out there. And then he has to always get saved and bailed out by Supergirl. He can't do nothing without getting bailed out by Supergirl. And then he had a love interest, and they took that away from him. The actress that played that White Martian, she's an attractive Black sister. And it's like, she doesn't even come on the show like that. And I actually started watching it after the first episode of season 3 because I just couldn't take it anymore. The emasculation of these male characters, especially James Olsen. And don't get me started on James Olsen, man. Arguably, season 1 was like the best season out of all the seasons so far. And I noticed that everything was better when it was in Canada. I think it was filmed in Canada. And I think it was on CBS or something like that. But once it got to CW, everything started to fall downhill. It's like the people who originally had the show took it more seriously. But ever since season 2, man, James Olsen emasculated, or he took a back seat down. It's like he was on the sidelines while Monel and Wynn, they was getting all the character development. I actually liked Monel, and they had a lot of potential with his character. I just didn't like how they emasculated him, because he was getting emasculated too. Constantly have to change himself just to get Kara's approval. You know, typical bad boy. He falls for this girl and he has to change himself in order to win her approval. Like, that's trash. And what left the bad taste in my mouth is how they just took away James and Kara relationship just to replace it with Monel. That took that was a bit a sour taste in my mouth. I'm sorry. I can barely get out the words I want to say. I still feel some type of way about that. He didn't have an importance in the show. And Jimmy Olsen is supposed to be one of the main characters in the Supergirl comic books, right? His character got marginalized, so I can see why he quit it. I see why he wanted to leave the show. He basically got Sam Jones III. He got Pete Ross. Yo, these writers wasn't doing anything with his character. And they was kind of making up for the fact that he didn't really have a big impact in season 2. It's like he took a back burner in season 2. They had a good thing with him by making him become Guardian. They couldn't even get that done right. I mean, he's supposed to be a black belt, right? Apparently. But he's still struggling with common criminals. And I remember in one of those crossovers, that Nazi crossover, he got killed 5 minutes. Not even like 5 minutes. He got killed off already, man. That was trash. And I can go to other TV shows in the CW like Riverdale and the 100. And I fuck with the 100. It's like these TV shows do not want to give brothers, especially heterosexual brothers, they just dudes. For real, it's like they don't want to give us all just dudes and write quality characters. But yo, this has been a long video coming, man, cause we gotta start calling this bullshit out. Peace.